just some people, not just for folks at the top.
All right, there you have it. Joining us now for a CNBC exclusive, Kentucky Republican Senator Rand Paul. Senator Paul, welcome back to the show. I just have a simple question for you. Am I going to have to hear this class warfare, millionaires, billionaires, banks, and businesses every day for the next 13 months? Is that how Mr. Obama's going to run?
I sure hope not. You know, I've been to one of his rallies. I was there in person, and it's a bit unseemly, to say the least, to say that billionaires and millionaires are paying taxes at a lower rate than the average carpenter. It's just untrue, and it brings out the worst in people. This emotions of envy is not something that's healthy for a country or for anyone.
I mean, do you think that the president's remarks on class warfare and on this sort of left-wing populism, did he spawn the Occupy Wall Street movement?
Well, you know, I think he needs to be careful about endorsing it so readily. I mean, they've come up with some really, I think, egg-headed notions like they want to have no more debt, eradicate all debt for all time. Now, that sounds like a great policy solution. I wonder what kind of, how they're going to put that into legislative language for us.
Well, you probably didn't see this, but my pal Charlie Gasparino put a column in the New York Post today. He went down to visit the protest site. He said there are pictures of Che Guevara. He said it's pretty much left-wing union-driven now at the controls, and they call each other comrade. Now, I was especially interested in asking you about them calling each other Conrad, Senator Paul.
I guess what concerns me is that the president goes around the country saying that government should redistribute wealth. If your neighbor has 3 cars and you want one of them, he will get it for you. He will get one of their cars and he will give it to you. What I'm worried about is when we get rid of the step where people say, well, why should I wait for the government to get my neighbor's car? I've got a brick. Why don't I go throw it through the window? Because the whole justification that wealth is gotten by an ill-gotten means, I think is really bad for the country. And I worry about what it teaches our folks and what the ultimate, what the ultimate conclusion of his rhetoric might be.
Well, what about today's new proposal from the president and I guess Senator Harry Reid? $35 billion. This is a one-shot. $35 billion of assistance to state and local municipal union workers, and to finance it, a 0.5% increase, a 0.5% surtax on millionaires. What do you make of that? Sort of pits millionaires versus teachers.
Well, you know, we had a stimulus package, and he said he was going to hire all the teachers in the universe, and we ended up throwing out $1 trillion. It was $400,000 per job, and guess what? Unemployment went up 20%, and 2 million more people are out of work since his last stimulus package. So when something doesn't work, like the previous stimulus package, why would we expect that another stimulus package is going to work? It won't work.
All right, good question, Senator. It's a good rhetorical question. I'll leave it there. Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky, we appreciate your time very, very much. Next up on Kudlow Front Page.